Hey guys, Lodicus here. Ever wanted to capture the Syndicate bosses and their pals? Well, now you can within Palworld using this one simple glitch. Make sure you jump on this quickly before they get it patched. First of all, you want to unlock the teleport point just outside of the Syndicate tower of the boss you want to capture. Next, we want to get ourselves a wanted level, and to do this, we're going to go to the small settlement which is located here on the map. If you are struggling to find the 5 towers or the small settlement, I will put an interactive map in the description below that you can use to find them. Once you're in the small settlement, what we're going to do is just hit one of the guards. This is going to give us a wanted level in the top right corner, and these 3 guards within this settlement are going to chase us around. So now that we know we've got the wanted level, we're going to quickly fast travel over to this Syndicate tower in the far west. As we approach the tower, the guards are going to still follow us, continually shooting. The same goes for when we enter the tower. So once we enter the tower, we'll get the boss cutscene. During the cutscene, you'll probably still be getting shot by these 3 guards from the town, as you can see. So we're just going to skip the cutscene by holding start on the Xbox controller. Now what we need to do is get one of the guards to shoot the boss, and to do this, just stand so the boss is in between you and the guards, and the bullets should hit him. This will make the boss bug out. He'll run into the corner of the room with his back facing you, and all you need to do is throw one of the capture balls. It doesn't matter what level, I'm just using the basic level for this one. It'll say 0% capture, but it instantly captures every time. And then the most efficient way to get out of the tower, because you can't complete it, is to just back out to the title screen and then load in the game. This will then spawn you in at the very front of the tower, and it saves you dying and losing any durability. If you are playing this co-op, you can respawn, but you will die, leaving your bag just outside the tower. This does work for all 5 bosses, so exactly the same mechanics for all of them. Go to the small settlement, get a wanted level, join the boss fight, and then make one of the guards shoot the boss, which you can see in the footage here. And if done successfully, the boss will then move to the corner of the room somewhere where you can just throw one of the pal spheres and capture them instantly. Once you've caught all 5, you can then use them to your heart's content. They're really overpowered, and I will shortly show you the stats once we've captured the last 2 bosses. So this is Victor and Shadowbeak. Shadowbeak is probably one of my favourite pals within the game, and getting a very overpowered version of it is highly recommended. So bugged him out again. For whatever reason, I was a little bit too close with the pal sphere and couldn't capture him. And then we've only got the final boss to capture, which is Marcus and Faleris. This one did take me a couple of attempts because he is flying during the fight. Once you've got him in between the guards, I suggest just jumping around and opening your glider. Marcus is the only one that doesn't move to the corner of the room, he just stays stationary in the middle. Now that we've captured all 5 Syndicate bosses, I'm just going to show you what they look like and what their base stats are. Obviously the stats do scale depending on the level of your character, so these will be slightly different to yours. But Zoe and Grizzbolt have 96,000 health. He also has level 3 electricity, level 2 handiwork, level 2 lumbering, and level 3 transporting if you do want to use him around the base. And yes, they do work if you do deploy them to your bases. You can also mount him if you produce the Grizzbolt saddle, and he does use all the special attacks from the boss encounter. We're then going to move on to the second Syndicate boss, which is Axel Orserk. He has 130,000 health, he has electricity level 3, handiwork level 2 and transporting level 3, and his unique ability is that water pals drop more items. Sadly, this Syndicate boss Orserk can't be used as a mount, but he does have all the abilities that you'll find within the boss encounter, and that 130,000 health does make him one hell of a useful tank. Thirdly, we have Lily and Lyleen, the third Syndicate boss. Lyleen has 88,000 health. She has level 3 planting, level 2 gardening, level 2 handiwork, and level 2 medicine production. The special ability for Lyleen is that she heals the player for a great amount, and I believe when I used it, it did take me to full health. Sadly, she can't be mounted, but she does have all the abilities from the boss fight. The fourth Syndicate boss, and probably my favourite, is Victor and Shadowbeak. Shadowbeak has 200,000 health, so it's brilliant for tanking anything. Sadly, not very good around the base, only has one ability, which is level 1 Gathering. But eventually, once you've unlocked the saddle for Shadowbeak, I'm sure you'll be using this as your mount to fly around the map. And as using him as your mount, he does do increased shadow damage. And I do happen to find a nice target for Shadowbeak to attack. So we've got a mammal rest here where he's just going to go through all 3 of his abilities, showing you the kind of damage output and the very minimal damage he takes when the mammal rest finally attacks. So you obviously got 200,000 health to work through here. There's nothing he can't tank. And you can take these bosses to go back and fight the Syndicate bosses again if you are looking to unlock the achievements. And that's what I'm going to show you in this last segment with Marcus and Faleris. So this is the 5th and final Syndicate boss that you can actually capture. This one was a little bit trickier to get, but the health on this one is 140,000, currently at level 32. It does have level 3 kindling and level 3 transporting for around the base. It can be mounted once you've unlocked the saddle, and the ice pals it kills drop more loot. And to showcase some of the tanking and the damage, we're going to take it into a previous Syndicate boss fight, one that I haven't completed yet. So this is Lily and Lyleen. Thankfully, Marcus was able to defeat her in around 8 minutes with no help from myself, so if I was helping, I could have sped this up a little bit. And as I haven't completed this encounter yet, I will get the achievement and the 5 ancient points that I can spend. So it does look quite easy to complete all 5 Syndicate bosses using the ones you've captured. If you found this video guide useful, drop a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content from myself in the future, please do subscribe. And finally, I'd love to give a huge thank you to these beautiful people listed below that have decided to support my YouTube channel and become members.